guys okay?
If you please limit your comments to 3 minutes before we get started.
3 minutes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Mayor, I wanted to, before we start that, bring your attention the situations that have arisen on social media and elsewhere about an issue with the use of the city's purchasing card by city managers and administration of personal expenses. And I brought to my attention late today, and I wanted to advise you, council, that in response, the city manager, in conjunction with the finance director, proactively called the auditor's office in Charleston. They have a division that supervises the purchasing partners by all the, not only the state agencies, but also the municipalities. And even though this,
Yeah.
we've gone through an audit for the last year by the auditors, both the government and the auditor's office, and those things have all been already audited. So out of abundance of caution, they asked that agency and that department of the auditor's office to revisit those things, and that process has already been initiated.
That sure
I
is.
want to let council know about that. That is
Francie Floyd wishes to address council concerning legal and possible policy changes.
Stand up.
An exceptional lack of checks and balances.
Speak louder for it.
Is
Right.
that the microphone? It doesn't work?
Oh, that's convenient. Well, if she was at the forum, she would know that we addressed that.
If you step up here and just kind of turn sideways so they can hear you and we can hear you.
This stuff, man. You can't.
An exceptional lack of checks and balances has gone without notice, only to be brought to all of our attentions. As James Madison said, if men were angels, no government would be necessary. Stay with me for a moment if you would. The average grocery budget for a single mom with 2 kids runs about $600 a month. The U.S. Census tells us that 43% of Clarksburg's children that are under 5 are living below poverty levels. Yet, in November 2014, our city manager went on a lovely 5-day trip to Austin, Texas, on a National League of Cities conference. While he was there, he spent on average $405.89 per day. That's not including airfare. Now, how is that for bringing a rather stark contrast? Lack of receipts and exceptionally vague notes are what grabbed my attention most about the P-card reports. Looking over the 2 pages, this is what I found, just the 2 pages. Office supplies from Wicked Sister for $43.34. While it's a clothing boutique, it's owned by the mayor and it doesn't look appropriate. On Walgreens, there's a $24.61 charge but no receipt. And then on the same day, I have Whiskey River for $81.38, no receipt. And then Inso Asian Bistro and Sushi for $192.33. While this seems to add up to an expensive bill for the taxpayers, he was out whining and dining while at least 43% of families out there are struggling to make ends meet on roads that shred tires while we walk our kids to school on busted sidewalks full of used needles. There's something wrong here. Private companies have strict policies on company credit cards and reimbursement for company trips. Politicos should also be held to an even more stringent set of rules given it is the taxpayer and our very way of life which is impacted. One missing receipt for one unusual purchase may be an honest mistake or an oversight. But what these records indicate is a systematic disregard for the rules that has been put into place to protect the public from waste, fraud, and abuse. I know that he had to sign a cardholder agreement that says no personal use.
She needs you to wrap up. It's not important enough for her to hear the whole.
And he was responsible to keep receipts. After reading the P-card statements, it becomes painfully obvious that there are many questions to be answered.
Yay. Takes a lot of courage to do that.
Margaret Short wishes to address council concerning
Took a
fiscal.
lot of courage to do that.
I don't have a long speech. I just want to know what's going on. I want to know why, if somebody goes on a trip and they come back and they've spent this money, somebody isn't looking at it. Everybody should check off on each other to make sure everything's being done in an appropriate manner. There are young people I rent to that can just barely pay their gas. So, they're paying taxes. They're making a mortgage payment. They're paying their electric. They're paying their taxes. And their taxes are paying for Whiskey River, whatever that was. And an assortment of other things. It's just, I'm just thoroughly disgusted. And anybody on this council should have been looking at this.
Can you reiterate what you said earlier? Because there's a lack of understanding.
Well, the point is, this situation is really not, and we've not been able to do it.
Can't hear you.
The key cards are part of the city's budget. Every department, including the city manager, council, has a specific travel budget that's approved by council every year. Okay? I had not looked at those statements, but I was aware of this late this afternoon. If you look at the statements that were produced, there is a specific line item that says which budget they come out of. Okay? And they're approved. Those cards are done pursuant to a procedure, and there are rules. They've been through an audit over the last several years, not this current year, that won't happen until the fall. This past, they've all been approved by the state auditor's office, but they did the 13-14 budget, it's all been approved. So having said that, when this came up today, Mr. Howe, the good position nobody made him, has called the key card director. That there's a unit at the auditor's office that does that, reviews and administers the key cards, not only for the state agencies, but also for the cities and the counties and anybody else that uses that system.
It's okay, I have it
Ask
recorded.
that they look at this situation again and make sure we're doing things in compliance with the applicable rules.
Find out what we.
So, and I guess, so for that reason, say one explanation is we're going to let that process go forward rather than try to address things now. Because, people look at documents and think they know what they are, but sometimes they don't understand what it is working. And so for that reason, that's what the city manager said. That's a step he's taken, brought the auditor's office back into this process to make sure we're doing things correctly. That's all.
Thank you. Nathan Herrick wishes to address council concerning city manager expenses.
We don't understand that.
There's an ongoing problem in Clarksburg, and I've said it for 3 or 4 years now. It's not so much the people, it's the process. And we saw that at Centra when you had the general manager able to create checks and then sign off on his own checks. And if you go through the credit card statement here, you have the city manager signing off on all but, I think I see 3 pages that someone from the finance department signed off on. You have entire months where the same person making charges is the one signing off on it. That's the problem.
No checks and balances.
That is opening up to anyone, to anything. It's a good thing the man's more honest than he could be. He could have been putting $5,000, $10,000 a month on it. Nobody would have knew. He was signing off on his own card. And by the way, we called the auditor's department, not the city. Michael Kiefer did. I cannot believe that after 2 or 3 years we stand here and I still have to have a lawyer perjure himself in public, a city manager that sits there and smirks at everything we try to do. And the reason why is we cannot get anything done in this city. We cannot get anything done, and you're whining and dining people like we're walking streets of gold. We do not get it. Amen.
We don't understand
John
it.
Romano, 1111 Undercloud Road, wishes to address council concerning the matching planning commission funds for batting cage.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. They have plenty to spend. You should have no trouble getting funds.
Part of it is, it's not a question of legality.
A much more uplifting moment I'd like to share with you. I think some of you all came up. My name's John Romano. I'm the president of the Harrison County Pony League, and we play out at Clarksburg City Park in Nutter Fort. Some of you folks came out to our opening day, and I really enjoyed seeing these young people up here from WI Middle School. There are 25, 30 of them. I have 420 children that come out to that park every day. We're going to play over 900 baseball games out there this year. It's a daunting task to take something like that on. I came to you all about 2 years ago to talk to you about a batting cage. We've gone back and forth, and Greg and I talked. The money that you had allotted us, we didn't use it because we just weren't prepared to do it. After getting into it a little further, it's going to cost us some money, but I did get $40,000 already earmarked out of the county commission. I have $10,000 from the state of West Virginia. We have $20,000 of our own money. I did have $43,000, but we built a much-needed concession stand and bathrooms out at the park. We are doing what's right out there. You all helped us a great deal. I want to say first off, I've never worked with such a more consistent and helpful council than you all up there. I think we're on the cusp and the precipice of some great things in Clarksburg. I'm also a businessman. I've invested my money in Clarksburg. I purchased the Moose Building. I own property off Joyce Street. I think you all have done a tremendous job, and I think you're all to be commended. But we need to look at a little finer, couple more things that we need to look at, which is our area's youth. They have nothing to do. They have nothing to do. And these batting cages, which will be indoor, believe it or not, are used more in the wintertime and in the springtime when the weather is changing in its back. And it gives our children something to do. Anybody here who grew up playing baseball, you can tell when you get out of our area, the one thing that we lack is hitting skills. We just don't get the weather to do it. And I grew up here. I played Jimbo Fisher, and I grew up, we went all the way to Indiana, almost made it to the World Series. Billy Leeson, we had great players, great athletes, great teams. These young children deserve to have a chance to excel at what they want to do, especially our kids in Clarksburg. Every other community. Bridgeport's getting ready to build a $3-4 million rec center out of Charles Point. Lewis County's already built one of these. Lewis County has already built one of these. Buchanan's getting ready to build one. You go up to Morgantown, they got 4. We have 0. We have nothing. We have nothing to offer them. And I've talked to all of you individually, and we all know that the way to attract people into a community, young people with young kids, is to provide for their children. If you don't have anything for their children to do, they're just not going to move to our area.
John, I'm sorry, I'm going to need you.
That's all right. Okay, look very quickly at Schedule 1 is from the gentleman that invented the iron mite pitching machine. That's installation concrete, and the entire thing is set up upon that the concrete has to be at the right level because there's an elevator that picks the balls up and throws it back to them. No human needs to be in there. They go in, hit a button, it pitches to them.
John, maybe we can sit down with you and go through.
Okay, I just wanted to really bring this up. I didn't know we were having all this going on
Yeah,
tonight.
it's a total 60,000.
What's the dollar amount here?
120 total. If you can match the county, we will take the, like I said, the state's already put in 10, John Cooper has it. The county's obligated 40, you're 40, I will take care of the rest. We've got 20 of our own. I've got 2 or 3 benefactors in the community that said they will make sure that it's taken care of. And if I have to, I'll go back to the state. I have an in there. Yeah. I just want to thank you all for all your help. I appreciate it.
Give it.